Welcome to this short video on how to get ready for your UCAS application. This is the kind of September video. If you haven't started yet, what are you waiting for? Get it sorted. It's September already. Okay, so there are some actions you need to take this month. UCAS applications are open. They've been open for a while now. So the first thing you need to think about is a list of possible courses that you can go on to. You need to look at them in detail. Look at where they are, where in the country they might be, what's on the course, what will you be actually studying, what will you be learning, is there any placement opportunities, is there an opportunity to go abroad. So think about what added value you can get from the course as well. It may be that the course has got the same title somewhere else, but actually your experiences are going to be vastly different, and that's really important if you want a greater experience. Look at the entry requirements and the length of course. A lot of university courses now offer foundation years, so that's an extra year on top. You've got to think about, do you want that? Is it a course that's completely new to you? That might be really beneficial in terms of your success. And again, look at the varied entry requirements, because there's lots of different courses out there. There's BTEC, there's Tech Awards, there's additional A-level route as well, and courses at different universities will have different entry grades as well, so give them a good look also. You might want to look at what opportunities there are after the course, especially if they offer some work placement. It might be that actually you can get a job at the end of that course. So have a look about what they have on offer. So the next thing to consider is listing those universities where they are that offer your chosen course. Now, a top tip I often give to my students is you need to pick some that are local to you, because at the minute you might say, oh my God, I want to move out of home, I need to move away from my parents, I want to live independently. When it actually comes to it, you might change your mind. Okay, so the safest bet is to select 2 to 3 that are local to you and the other 2 or 3 that are far away. That way it gives you some broader options. You can look ideally on a map if your geography is not particularly great, especially if you haven't necessarily been in and around the country very much. And also look realistically. You might have family members, for instance, who may live somewhere in particular. That might be a nice little safe option for you. Have a look around. Do you want to move north? Do you want to move south, east or west? You know, take some time to really consider. You know, you may go to university and never return home, so you might also want to consider going to a place where the job opportunities are. So again, that's something you might want to pick up. Have a good look around. Where are those universities actually? And then kind of pinpoint them on a map. Other things that you might want to have on the back of your mind, and we'll get into these more as we progress through these monthly series. But if you've got a job, especially in a national employer, large supermarket for example, consider the options that maybe you can take your job with you. So it might be that you can transfer with your current employer to where you're deciding to go to university. Now, if you're working for a large supermarket brand, for instance, then that's probably more achievable than other job roles. But it doesn't mean your skills are not transferable. Then you've got to consider what's available for student finance, and again, this is something we'll get into a little bit later on in the monthly series. But think about, you know, are there any other things that you might be able to apply for to get more support whilst you're at university? And this goes back to the previous slide about, well, maybe actually I might want to live at home to help a little bit financially. Maybe you're not very comfortable about making it out there on your own initially. You might want to look at labour market information as well. What are the job prospects of where you're potentially going to be based? And again, considering things like the courses and the location of those courses also. Okay, this next action I think is really important, and there's no reason why you can't do this as a start point for your university consideration. Go to open days and go to as many as you can. Your current educational institution, if you're at one, will give you days off to be able to go and have a look around at places. And that's again a really good opportunity, if you can, to spend a weekend somewhere or spend an overnight somewhere. Then you can get a real feel of the environment that you're potentially going to be looking at and living in, for 3 to 4 years. So go to as many open days as you can. You can get them direct from the university, or there's other websites like uni days, open uni days. You can look on those websites and have a look at when the open days are for the institutions. They'll all be out there now, so go and have a look. Go and have a look at the facilities, speak to students, speak to teachers, and just get a really good feel of the environment. It might be that you think you want to go away to an institution that's in the countryside, and when you get out there, actually the infrastructure is not great, so you've got to consider how you're going to move around. You might want to go to a city, but actually you might find the city actually a little bit claustrophobic. Consider as well taking your hobbies with you. So, you don't have to give these up. If anything, you can pick up more when you're at university because you've got more time. So think about whether or not you can take your hobbies with you. Can you join a new team? Is there a social club that you can engage with? Join forums as well. So online, you can join different groups, speak to students, speak to different people about what it is like to live in and around that area as well. And look at whether or not that university's got a specialism that you're looking for. For instance, do you have a sport and its national camp is based at the university? Are the head coaches at those universities? Is there a particular lecturer, professor at a university that's going to really help you in your course? So spend your time this month having a really good look on the UCAS website, looking at those universities, looking at where they are in the map, visiting them on open days to help you make a really good informed choice about where you want to go. October's all about developing your personal statement, and there'll be a video here next month for you to look at to talk about how to structure your personal statement. I'll see you next month.